Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. It's Friday, last trading day of the week, and I'm glad that we're able to make it here together. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us. I'm Bye Money. Let's find those two-legged pullbacks today, pandas. What do you guys say? Let's find those two-legged pullbacks. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Hope everyone's doing well here. Today might be the day, pandas. It might be the day. With one more scalp, I'll be able to hit that 20K mark that I've been wanting to hit for so many days. Basically, ever since I started, I've been trying to get to this goal. Well, no goal really, but since April, I've been struggling to get that last couple thousand. I've been struggling to double my count. I doubled my count pretty quickly in the first month, but ever since then, it's been a grind, a struggle to double it again. And you would think it will just be just as easy to double it as it was the first month, but the market conditions were just horrendous. Welcome to the stream, pandas. But today, where we're finding ourselves, this might be the day. This might be it, pandas. We'll see what the market gives us. Hey, pandas, if I hit that 20K, I think I'm gonna celebrate with some morning whiskey, just a little bit. So hopefully we can crack open those whiskeys that I got yesterday. If you guys don't remember, yesterday I had to leave a little early because the liquor stores opened and there were some Blantons in stock. And Blantons is very rare to be in stock from where I'm at. And so the only way to really get it is if you go really early, basically right at open, and you may have to wait in line a little bit to get it. So got myself a bottle of Blantons, which I'm super pumped about. And what better way to pop open that bottle other than celebrating 20K with my community here. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Hey, Jay Bavis, good morning. Welcome to the stream for the first time. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content here. Panda ZX. I don't know if you named yourself Panda after seeing this stream, but hey, we have a fellow Panda by name here from Indonesia. I actually been to Indonesia, and it's I went there for a couple weeks, and man, Indonesia's pretty awesome. The people there are amazing. I actually went there because there's an orphanage there that I go to help out at, and it's actually just it's an amazing country. I think they actually have a funny story going into Indonesia, and maybe I'll share a little bit later. But pandas, good morning. SW Blaze, my fellow panda, good morning. Hey, let's let some people roll in here. I'm actually gonna start my daily chart review right now, and I'm gonna try to give some content right off the bat because I like when people roll in, but I like them to have something to come to as the morning begins here. So good morning, guys. Just as people roll in, I'm gonna just be doing this. So I'm gonna go over yesterday's chart review, and I'm gonna see what good setups there were yesterday. And this is gonna be obviously a hindsight bias, so it's not gonna be as reliable as live trading, but I think it'll still be helpful just to get ready for the pre-market today. So I think I left yesterday around here, and I was actually trading the 10K chart at the time. And so the 10K chart, if you guys remember, I took this scalp here, and boy, I wish I held it now. Looking back at the bottom of the trading range, two-legged pullback, and my target obviously is the top of the trading range, and this trading range is created automatically by the trading range indicator. And all we have is a simple two-legged pullback in the 10K chart. And if all we saw was like this, it's kind of hard to like. If all we saw was this strong downtrend, then we'll kind of be like, maybe it's keep going down. But if we look to the left of the chart, we see, you always have to look to the left of the chart. We can see that we are in trading range. Not only that, the trading range indicator also identifies this trading range almost to the T perfectly, and can't even close beneath it. And come back here and touch the top of the trading range. So I don't know if you guys remember on stream, I was like, I'm gonna scalp out here and I'm gonna have my runner come all the way up here, but I just actually had to leave, so I just scalped out the whole thing. But I could have kept my runner up here and probably be able to scalp out. But it's all good, pandas. So that's where I had my trade yesterday. Around here, I left around here, and so let's go ahead and look at, what are some other good setups here. If I were to trade this live, if I saw this two-legged pullback here, would I take this? I wouldn't take this two-legged pullback. I would skip this two-legged pullback because even though it's a pretty decent signal bar off the 240 SMA, it's not. It's coming right after we have basically reversed the trend and broken above the 20 EMA. And so there's barely enough room back to the 20 EMA, so it's not something I'd be interested in at the moment. Plus, when I look at the 10K chart, I saw that we were in trading range. It actually does trap out here, it looks like. Yeah, it will trap you out right there. Would I take this one? Probably not. It's bad, terrible signal bar. Keeps going up. Would I take this one? After an L4 setup, actually I will be pretty tempted here because the signal bar is pretty good. But let's go ahead and look at it. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and look at this. I can't do it bar by bar. This is going to just take way too much time. So let's go ahead and look at the setups. We have, the reason why I like to go bar by bar, because you can also find the good setups that fail. And so that's why I like to go bar by bar, but just not going to have time for that. Why wouldn't this L4 work? Well, I think this L4, the reason why it wouldn't work is because it could be choppiness here, and and it's kind of floating in the middle of nowhere. You don't really have a resistance level that you're hitting with this L4 setup. This L4 will be a standalone setup that you would want to take, and if you guys look at my channel, there is a video about the automated strategy, and I basically trade every single L4 H4 setup with a good signal bar in this entire expiration. And that was actually a profitable strategy, which is kind of funny. John Parkman, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, make sure you hit that like button and say good morning. I just started streaming again this week, and it feels so good, pandas, to be back. I cannot tell you how amazing it feels. But because I've been gone, I took a small hiatus. The videos actually are not being pushed out as much. So if there was some consistency, then the videos get pushed out a little bit more. But it does help a lot if you guys hit that like button and put some chat engagement. The reason why that's important is because chat engagement and hitting that like button, it lets YouTube algorithm know, hey, this stream is filled with viewers that are not only watching, but that are so interested in the content that they're willing to actually have some interaction. They're willing to actually talk, and these people who are more attentive and willing to talk and hitting that like button, these people are more willing to stick around and actually watch the ads, unfortunately. But that's how they figure it out. And so for them, it's all about ad revenue. But if there's ever content that has enough people willing to watch ads for ad revenue, then they will have more incentive to push out the video. So it does help a lot if you guys hit that like button. Here we have a beautiful two-legged pullback. Beautiful signal bar. That's amazing signal bar on a strong trend upwards, two-legged pullback, right? No real break of trend yet, in my opinion. And this will probably be the first break of trend, and might look for a major trend reversal from here. But that's a nice two-legged pullback. Man, I like that a lot. I wasn't really watching the stream. I was out on my adventure getting my bottle of lanterns, which I am excited, hopefully, to taste that sweet nectar today. Like I said earlier in the stream, if I hit that 20K, I'm going to celebrate a little lanterns with you guys this morning. That morning whiskey. It's been a while. But that's a nice setup, nice signal bar. And that's like a classic two-legged pullback. You almost can't ask for more than that. That's a nice one. As it keeps going up now with this L4 setup. Again, it's not really anywhere. It's like there's no resistance here because it's all-time highs right here. But it does happen after a break of trend this time. So we have a break of trend this time. I might have been interested in this L4 setup. That is pretty interesting because with a good signal bar like that, and it's enough to scalp out, enough room to the 20 EMA. I actually like that trade a lot. But again, hindsight bias. So you cannot really, that's why I don't like it, because of hindsight. But if I saw that live, I might be interested because of basically with the information I had in the past, break of trend, maybe looking for a major trend reversal around here somewhere, right, with a lower high setup. This one right here, I would say, would probably have stopped me out. The reason why I say probably is because at this point, I'll probably look for a major trend reversal because we had break of trend here, and now we made new highs with the L4 setup, and the L4 was enough to make a scalp. But this L4 does reverse again and make a new high, which is a little tricky in my opinion. Making a new high again right here. The best trade right here might have been for this micro channel. Right. Break of trend, new high, lower high setup right here. That might have been the trade that you've been looking for, top of trading range, and notice the trading range would have already been established back here. And so you would have known that this is the top of the trading range. And again, if you want to know how the indicator finds these trading ranges, you can look at you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com, and there is a tutorial there showing you how this trading range indicator finds its trading ranges. Because notice here, right when it comes back down to the bottom of the trading range, it bounces off, and this is why I said I might have taken this trade here on this trap, but I would have seen the trading range indicator, and I would have seen, okay, there's a trading range here. And so this could be the bottom trading range. I typically don't go short on the bottom trading range, even though this actually has all the makings of a major trend reversal, essentially. And so the problem here is that because of this trap here, you might think that is a good setup, but the trading range indicator would have stopped you from entering and really see that hits the bottom trading range, comes right back to the top. Now we have another two-legged pullback here. Incredible. Another two-legged pullback with amazing signal bar. But that's a little tricky because now we see another trading range, right? The trading range, we're top of the trading range, and typically this trading range fails to break out. But you do have to account for the fact that we're in a strong uptrend, right? The last 40 some bars have been an uptrend, and so you have to recognize that most likely coming out of the trading range will most likely will break out to the top, to the upside. From there, I don't really see any other really good setups. Yeah, here's an L4 setup, a terrible signal bar, so I would skip that. You do have a trading range, good signal bar, but typically I don't like to enter there. I probably would enter this one here, but that would have been a lot of torture to get that scalp. But that is a potential trade I would have entered here. Lower high setup trap trade Pikachu, top of the trading range. Again, trading range indicator being pretty accurate, right? Failed breakout, failed breakdown, but going back to the top and bottoms of this trading range for a couple hours here. And now what we're finding ourselves here is a pre-market analysis. We are finding ourselves, what's going to happen today, pandas? What do you guys think? Hey, make sure you hit that. Make sure you fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today is going to be. Alberto Malabet says, good morning from Colombia. Vamos, baby. Bebe. Vameos. I guess maybe that looks like almost Portuguese, but I don't know. I think Colombia, they speak Spanish. Phil W, good morning. Let's go, baby. John Parkman, good morning from Montana. I just finished my daily chart review, guys. And looking back, I actually didn't trade after basically the scalp I did on stream. So you know, I have no trace to show you guys that I went into, so I just did a daily chart review. And main reason being is because I am excited. I want to hit 20K with you guys. Good morning, good morning. Steve T or Eric, good morning from Quebec. I got pandas in Canada. Steve T, good morning from California. Kellyanne, good morning. Let's get those two-legged pullbacks. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Today is Friday, guys. And you know you love trading when you actually are sad the weekend is coming. You actually look forward to Monday to get those two-legged pullbacks. I hope everyone's gonna have a great weekend. Let me know if you guys have any interesting weekend plans. Williams Arellugby says, just buy your product. Awesome. Let's go, baby. I hope it's helpful. Hope it's helpful for you as is for me. Williams says, show me the money from Dallas, Texas. Let's go, baby. A lot of Texans here. It's amazing, actually. I got a lot of Texans coming. Richard Belmont, good morning from Colombia. Oh, we got 2 Colombians here. Amazing, amazing. Kellyanne says 4,500 today is my best guess. Let's go, baby. Oh, you think it's a downtrend, huh? You think we're going to come back down here? Bill Jesso says good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream, pandas. Let's go, let's go, let's go, baby. Williams Aurelio asks, do we enter on green? Yeah, I mean, if the context is good, right now you have to recognize the context, always. Context is the most important thing. That's more important than actually finding the two-legged pullback setup. Basically, let's get rid of this guy. But we have spike, and now I think, you know, in my opinion, this is like a spiking channel. Kind of hard to say. We do have this strong trend, and it breaks the trend line, right? Goes below the 20 MA here. And now we're coming back up, making a new high here. Trend line here. Broke above, broke below, broke above the channel, broke below the channel, and now we keep going up. Let me know what kind of day you guys think today's might be. I'm trying to think here, personally. I mean, I still think we're gonna keep going up. I think we're gonna have a bull trend day today, pandas. That's my opinion. I like, man, we have a scalp down here. Micro triple bottom coming up here. It's actually incredible. We didn't get a two-legged pullback, but it looks like a two-legged pullback, right, pandas? It looks like a two-legged pullback, and it comes back up. But the reason why it's not a two-legged pullback because none of these bars actually break below the previous candle's low. If this went one tick below, then actually will be a technical two-legged pullback. But this is just an optical two-legged pullback. Right? You can see 2 pushes down, 1 push, 2 push, but the indicator doesn't see it because it's only optical. It's not actually a technical two-legged pullback. Right? You need to have a break of a previous candle's low right here, somewhere around here, for this to be a bona fide two-legged pullback. But question is here, pandas, if this traps, should we take this long? That's an interesting question. Hey guys, thanks for rolling in. Make sure to hit that like button. Hey, if this is your first time here, I'm Bob My Money. Welcome to my stream. On the stream, We trade pure price action here. We trade only one single instrument, the S&P 500 futures, E-mini, goes by many names, the mother of all futures, the mother of all instruments, the most liquidable market in the world, S&P 500 future market. We trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. It looks like this. 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. We'd like to enter into second entries. In the right context, this setup has a greater than 90% probability to make a 1-point scalp. 1 point on the E-mini is $50. And so, if you have 3, 4, 5 contracts, if you have 5 contracts, that's $250 per scalp. And so what we're trying to do as our capital grows is increase the amount of contracts we have. If you'd like more information about the setup, go ahead and check out the description below, and there is playlist of details of this setup. Also, here we trade pure price action. So that means we have minimal indicators on the screen. We have the two-legged pullback indicator that helps us count all legs automatically and identify second entries. And so for second entry shorts, dark red numbers, you look to the right of the chart, you'll see with the super signal tells us what entry it is. With a dark red diamond, it means that it's a second entry short. With a dark green diamond, that means it's a second entry long. And notice that the diamond is placed where you would put your entry. And that's why it's called a super signal. It has so much information in this little signal here, but this diamond tells you where to put your entry, stop entry. It tells you what kind of leg it is. It tells you also if it's a trap or not, and also tells you the tick count if you're using tick chart. I use mainly the 2000 tick chart, but I switch from the 2000 tick chart to the 10K chart to the 5-minute chart. I like to have these 3 charts available. That's it for the introduction, pandas. If you'd like to have more information about the indicator, go ahead and check out the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Let's go, baby. Hey, if you want to support the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you have some chat engagement. Make sure you say some good mornings. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Bill Jesso from Canada. Joseph Rivera from Miami. Welcome back, pandas. Welcome back. A lot of familiar faces. I love it. I love this community. I love trading with you guys. And I love seeing familiar names. So do appreciate it, guys. I do this absolutely for free. So it does help a lot if you guys hit that like button. Live stream trading using pure price action. Let me tell you what kind of day I think it's going to be. This is the daily. And for me, man, one, two strong bull bars in a row coming out of a trading range, right? Multiple day trading range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 day trading range. Finally breaking out with 2 strong bull bars. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if another strong bull bar today. Finally breaking out of this. Who knows what's going to stop us? What is going to stop us? I think strong bull, or in my opinion, trading range, but I don't see us having a strong bear trend day today. That's just my opinion. Look at the daily. Also looking at the previous price action as well. Doesn't really tell me much. But who knows? Anything can happen. We look at each bar. Every bar gives us new information. So we're gonna trade pure price action here. Let's go, baby. It's almost dead even though. You guys are very close to bull trend and trading range, but the thing is, most of the time, trading range is the winner, majority. It's kind of the safe bet. But the fact that even though the bull trend and trading range are pretty close in the voting, the fact that bull trend is more, actually, I think has more weight. I think it lets you guys know that what most people are thinking here. But pandas, like I said, if I hit that 20K, it just takes one more scalp, and if I hit that 20K on stream, I will pop open my bottle, brand new bottle of Blanton's. What do we have here? Single barrel Blanton's. Man, so glad I got this yesterday. I'm so pumped. It's crazy because when you look at the packaging, if you guys never got a bottle of Blanton's, it's like the best bourbon I think in the world, especially at its price point. They do things by hand still. It's incredible, right? They have like this wax seal with this like horse, this like guy on a horse, basically this jockey on a horse on top, you know, because it's Kentucky. On top of this wax sealed, you know, top, on top of the cork. Man, I wish I could just show this to you guys, but the packaging is just, you cannot beat the packaging that they have, and it's incredible. I'm just so excited. Well, more of that. If we hit 20K, I'll describe more in detail what we're about to crack open for us. Hey, pandas are rolling in. We got 2 minutes to market open. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna keep trading this trend here, in my opinion. We have a break and a break, but it's failed breakdown, failed breakout, failed breakdown, continue a trend. Not interested in the short, maybe interested in a trap trade to go long. But pandas, I actually might be a little distracted right at the open. I have some option plays I had yesterday. Because I wasn't really trading, I wanted to keep my account where it is. I started to do some options trading, and I have a couple options that I need to close maybe at open. I bought options yesterday for Disney. I bought some calls, and I also bought some puts for Wish. And so if you guys haven't realized, both of these stocks are like I think Disney is like blowing up right now, and Wish just took a huge dump. So maybe a little distracted here. Gotta close out these trades. But I have my limit order set up, so I'm not gonna be super distracted, but I'm gonna be looking at the charts. We're about to open in 1 minute here. I don't know if you guys are interested in like options trading or whatnot. All right, market has opened. We had a trap here, but market open, so I'm not interested in entering there. Potential two-legged pullback here. It's a little tricky because it's the same. Potential two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA here. Potential two-legged pullback. So I'm a little distracted. I'm looking at my Disney options here. A couple things going on. Yeah, Disney kind of, I guess, killed it. So I was just looking at Disney and I saw a two-legged pullback on the Disney chart. And so I just traded a two-legged pullback on the Disney and it exploded. It's exploding right now. Let's go, baby. Finding ourselves with a two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA here. We do have to worry about this, right? Small break of trend here. New high. Potential trap trade. Oh, but this is a classic two-legged pullback. It's a very small two-legged pullback though. Pretty classic two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. If we get a good signal bar here, maybe interested. Terrible signal bar at the moment. I use Tasty Trades for my options trading. Killian asks, what do I use to trade options? Tasty Trades. It's like a pure platform for options, and so it has a couple information that you can't really find anywhere else. And so I like Tasty Trades. Just watching the chart here, we have a two-legged pullback forming here. Two-legged pullback. Technically, the first pivot is here, but it's a little confusing. Two-legged pullback, terrible signal bar. Now we're breaking underneath 20 MA. I'm not sure if I'm interested here. Don't like that signal bar. Now we're under the 20 MA, right? We have break of trend here. We have first break of. Actually, I don't know if you count this break of trend, but let's say Mac would say this is a break of trend here, because he would use this low to the bottom of this body. But that's pretty much where I would have buy as well. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I kind of like where it is, but I would be more interested in a trap trade here actually at this point. If we get this trap here, I'd probably be interested in going short. But we'll see if we get a trap trade here. Terrible signal bar, nevertheless. Ooh. Are we getting ourselves a nice trap here, pandas? I kind of like this trap trade. I like this trap trade here. I'm going to try to take this trap here. Try to take this trap. A micro double top. Alright, we're in this trap trade. Alright, pandas, we're in. This could be it. Is this gonna get me to 20K? Or is this gonna be delayed? Is my 20K gonna be delayed here? We'll find out very soon. Thing about traps, they typically are quick, and so the fact that it's not quick right now is making me a little worried, but it's okay, pandas. I'll take this risk. I think it's worth it, especially with a signal bar like this in the trap. That's pretty strong signal bar, but it's not looking good. This is disappointing at the moment. You don't want to see this happening right now. Just waiting here, just waiting. It's looking good now. It's looking real good, pandas. It's looking real good. Let's go, baby! Oh my, pandas, pandas! Let's go, baby! Oh my, oh my, oh my! It's just, let's go, baby! Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go. Pandas, I cannot tell you how long it took me to get to 20K. Finally has happened, pandas. Let's go, baby. Oh my. I could cry right now. I could seriously cry. And I was able to do it with you guys. That's the best. That's the best part. That's the best part, pandas. Oh my. Let's go, baby. Pandas. Pandas. We are sitting here at 20K. It took us 4 months to 4x this account from $5,000 to $20,000. We finally hit that 20K mark. Let's go, baby. I'm celebrating with you guys. I'm celebrating. Oh my. Pandas. 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 Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Show me some love in the chat. Give me some money signs. Give me, if you're a panda, show me some love. If you're a panda, give me the money emoticon. Let's go, baby. Whoo! It took so long to get here, pandas, and oh my, can I tell you how good it feels to finally hit 20K. 4xing your account, no joke in these market conditions. But honestly, I think a little bit later has gotten a little bit easier. I'm actually kind of glad I had to take that break the last 2 weeks, because I feel like those 2 weeks were actually like probably some of the worst price action trading, in terms of the market. But now I'm back. Now market conditions are finally kind of getting better, right? We're getting some movement here. But pandas! Whoo! Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go. Gonna crack open with you guys this new brand new bottle of Blanton's. And it's beautiful, this bottle. I mean, I can just describe it to you guys, but man, oh man. They handwrite the actual date this whiskey was poured, and it says it was on June 2nd, 2021. And it even tells you the name, the number of the barrel. I guess if you're interested in visiting this barrel, if you want to go and hug the barrel that this whiskey was poured out of, and you want to get to know the barrel, it gives you the number of the barrel, so you can go back and actually meet the barrel itself. Say thank you, barrel, for making this delicious bourbon that we're about to drink. Tells you which warehouse it's stored in. Whoo! Tells you the RIC number as well. I guess that's where it is, maybe. And yeah, it says this bourbon whiskey dumped on 6/2/21 from barrel number 230, stored in warehouse H on RIC number 56, individually selected, filtered, and bottled by hand at 93. And know that those small details are written by hand. Someone actually wrote that by hand. Gonna crack open this bottle. Man, 942. This is the earliest I ever drink whiskey, but it's worth it. First time opening a bottle of blends for myself. Hope you guys can hear that. Gotta smell the cork. You gotta smell the cork. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Cheers to you guys. Hope that ASMR is helpful. Pandas, this is for you guys sticking with me to 20K. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me get some of that ASMR here for you guys. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's good. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. That is... When I say sweet nectar touching the lips, that's divine. That's heavenly. That's not... Wow. Wow. Very little glorification needs to happen to this in heaven. Pandas. Blandness is no joke. That is amazing. It almost tastes fruity to me because it's so good. It almost has like a fruit taste. It's... I gotta drink again. Wow. That is amazing. I don't drink this early, so I have this kind of want to cough. But I'm not gonna cough in front of you guys drinking bourbon. Too much of Amanda. That's a male panda. It's Amanda. Let's go, baby. Cheers. Hey, pandas, the stream is not over. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the stream, I'm gonna go below 20K by the end. Pandas. All right, that's enough of the money. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's tricky though. You know, there were man, that was good. I cannot get over how good that was, pandas. Blends. If you ever get your hands on blends, just oh man, oh man. It is good. That is good. This channel has essentially just turned to like a whiskey review channel. But yeah, I mean, I'm obviously gonna skip this this to like a pullback below the 20 MA. But you have to notice that some traders thought that this would have been the big major trend reversal, and so what they would have here is your stop entry here, and they would have a big target here. But as you can tell, it's failing, and so these swing traders are getting broken. Most likely put their stop up here, you know, but they were looking for a big reward, and they're not going to get it. Don't forget, I mean, we're in a strong uptrend right now, pandas. Still in a strong uptrend. Let's go, baby. All right, let's see how my Disney calls are doing. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I'll take that. I'll make sure we take that. Not as high as I thought it was gonna go. Not as high as I thought it was gonna go. That would be a little higher than this. Disney calls. Kind of stalled out here. I'm gonna let my Disney calls play out a little bit here. I'm gonna let it play out just a little bit. Let's focus on the charts. All right, that's enough of my options. Let's just focus on the charts now. Let's go, baby. Thank you guys. Thank you. Gonna go over some of the chats here. Jason, thank you for our trusty mod is on stream. Henster K says take at least a couple shots when you crack it open right after the trade. Richard Harris says got me. I guess he was long, a little early. A little early. Ryan Shatner. Frank Angelo says congratulations, thank you. Jason with his classic, a panda walks into a bar and the bartender says let's go, baby. Ryan Shatner says let's go, 20K. John Parkman, congrats. Russell H, thank you guys. Kellyanne, congrats Panda, thank you. Bill Jessel says congrats, thank you. Henser K says yes, crack it open. I don't know why Henser K is on stream, if he's looking at the trades or if he if he likes to trade or if he just likes me to drink some whiskey. Don't know which one. Rin says way to go. Richard Harris says going long. If you went long there, then congrats, you probably made up for that loss already if you were able to swing that. Richard Belmont, Eric Druin, thank you for showing the love. Henser K says, how much was a bottle? What size? The bottle, I was not able to get the full 750, so I got the little baby 375. This bottle was about $30. David Regis says, congrats. Richard Harris, happy pandas. Let's go, baby. Ryan Shatner, cheers, bro. Cheers. Thanks, guys. That was for you. Emil says, look, green candles after celebrate trade. The taste is better now. Is it so early? It is. It's so early. Henster K says, I'm an order flow trader, but I like watching your stream in the background. That's what I'm talking about, pandas. See, people who don't even trade price action, they like to join the stream just because of the community. You know, that's like the power of community. You know, honestly, as being humans, I think part of our nature is we love and actually need community. You know, personally, I think it you know, that comes from our you know, you can have a lot of reasons why that's so. You know, evolutionists will say it's because that's the best way to survive. You know, if you're in a pack rather than alone. You can have many reasons why, but for me, I honestly think it's because of what we call our imago Dei. And I believe that God created us and created us in His own image, and God Himself is a Trinity, and He Himself is a community, and by virtue of His being and made in His image, we also love to be in community because God is a community in Himself. And so that's a deep theological concept, but that's my personal conviction why we love community, and just even something like trading brings us together, right? We don't even have the same strategy, but we're still here together trading because we just love community. We just love being together, doing this. And so regardless of what you think, community is amazing, and I do love the fact that we're here. Richard Harris is going long again. He's just seeing long. I would be a little careful here. We are cracking the 20 EMA here, and we are making a wedge. This is a wedge, 3 pushes up. So I'll be slightly careful here. To me, you know, this is a first entry anyway, so there's no setup for us at all, pandas. But Richard Harris does not trade strictly two-legged pullback, and so he's going to find those other opportunities here. So he might go long on this first entry. Kevin Fennell, member for 5 months. Man, these pandas so loyal. Appreciate it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Man, 20K, 20K finally hit. Oh, I love it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Alright, we're just chilling here. We are letting the market tell us what it needs to do, what it's trying to do. We do have a wedge top here with a break. Notice strong break of trend now, right? This minor reversal is actually pretty strong because look how far below we hit under the 20 EMA. So I'll just be careful here, right? All I'm saying is at this point, there is some loss of momentum here, and we have to recognize that, plus choppiness here. But we are above the 20 EMA now. Let's look at the higher time frames. Do we have a setup on the higher time frames, pandas? We have absolutely no setup on the higher time frames here. Man, right at that open, the 10K actually makes itself a scalp here. A nice two-legged pullback scalp. L4 setup on the 10K chart. But look how clearly above the 20 EMA we are on the 10K chart. Just have to recognize that we are just, you know, oh, okay, yeah, this looks nice, right? Spike channel. This is the spike and channel, I think. That's why I like the higher time frames. It does help us see these things, but spike and channel here. Let's see if I can make the same spike and channel here. I think it's just this spike and channel now. So we do have to recognize that we have a breakup trend here, new high, and now potentially, again, maybe major trend reversal here, potentially. It could, the major trend reversal could turn into a trading range, or it could be a reversal, but here, it's hesitant to go long, Plus no two-legged pullback yet. Another bounce off the 20 EMA, which is good for the bulls. No two-legged pullback. We have not made a new high yet, or we have not broken previous candle's high. So we do not have that leg count. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes is actually looking pretty choppy right now. No clear direction on the 5 minute. Strong push down, big candle, big wick here, coming back up. No direction because we have overlapping bars, but if this is a strong bull bar, then the chances increase to keep going up. Potential lower high setup here. Ryan Shatner says, I'm long ES and NQ. Gonna just wait now. Cannot take this lower high setup. The trading range is not very clear in my opinion, but well, if this is a strong bull bar, definitely not one. Okay, doji. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Micro quad top right at the top of this trading range, created by the trading range indicator. We have a lower high setup here, pandas. But this could be, it's very interesting, but this is the two-legged pullback if it does form. It looks like this. If you want to go long, this is the two-legged pullback we're waiting for. I'm not sure if I want to go long here though, pandas. Just because we have a micro quad top here. If we were to go long here, we're basically coming right to the top of the trading range. It's a little tricky in my opinion. Lower high setup. Okay, the lower high setup actually does trigger. It's actually a second entry as well. Some traders already know, have already made a conviction that this could be a trading range or not. Micro quad top, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits all in one spot, exact same spot. For those who will want to go long, this may be your opportunity. To me, it's a little choppy and a little slow, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars essentially here. A little tricky in my opinion. Typically don't like to go long on top of trading ranges. But that is if it triggers. Just watching. I mean, that's a terrible signal bar, but actually is going to make a point. It just makes a perfect scalp for you. The lower high setup here. And this is kind of where I said you have to be careful. You have to be careful to go long, right to the top of the trading range. It's probably coming back to the bottom of the trading range, marked by the trading range indicator. And I won't be surprised if it's like a perfect hit and bounces back off of it. I mean, in trading ranges, the trading range indicator is spot on. It's so good. It's too good. It was scary good. Fabio Martinez asks, what time frame? This is actually 2000 tick chart. So that's a lower high setup, right? Second entry, lower high, top of the trading range. I didn't like that because the signal bar was not good. But we're going to try to come to the bottom of this trading range, looks like. Yep, hits the bottom of the trading range. So top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. Marked by the trading range indicator. Breaking below it a couple ticks, about 3 ticks now, 1 point below. Right, the structural damage done here on this minor reversal, we have to recognize that. We do have to realize this break of trend, new high, right, lower high setup. Trap trade here potentially to go short, may be interested in that. Might be interested in that. Nothing on the 10K chart really to trade at the moment, no actionable trades, right? Like I said, on the 5-minute chart, nothing really, no clear direction. Strong move down, strong move up, but no follow through. This is why I think trading range at the moment could have potential trap trade here again, right? Another trap trade similar to this one, but it might tempt it again. My opinion, those who went short here, big institutions said, okay, if it comes back up, we're gonna keep selling more here. Potential trap trade here, pandas. I took the short. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's a little scary for me because that signal bar is not as good as I would like it to be to take that short. But that's, you know, context-wise, pretty good. Pretty good in my opinion. The lower high setup, second entry. Right, it's not just a lower high, it's a second entry lower high, which makes it a viable trade for the two-legged pullback. How's that second entry? Well, technically it's just this, right? We have 2 pushes up and then reversal. Marked by the trading range indicator. This is a strong push down now, pandas. But the 20 EMA on the 10K chart could act as support here. That wedge, also, notice I marked this wedge how long ago? So you gotta be careful of this wedge here. Right, the lower high off the wedge with the break of trend right here. Gotta be careful with those. Right, this is a reversal pattern. We're breaking below this pivot low here. Tides might changed here, and we could have a all day. We have a pretty big trading range, but yeah, I'll just say very scary to take this long here. If I take a long here, kind of scary, in my opinion. Because we had a strong push down here. I'm actually looking maybe for a reversal, but also trading range. It could be this trading range here marked. Right, we can have a trading range that looks something like this as well. And that's the $1 million question. Is this reversal right here turning to a trading range, or is it a reversal? Or we keep going down? And that's huge to know, because if it's a trading range, then we're actually looking to go long here. But if we think it's a trend, then we're actually looking to go short here. And so this is the dilemma that we get in on these reversals. And this is why every single setup is always probability based. Potential trap trade here, pandas. Am I interested in this trap? It's a little far away from the 20 MA. I don't like how far away from 20 MA is, but that trap is actually, in terms of setup, a very good setup, right? New high, and we're looking to continue this trend down. Terrible signal bar for a trap, even though signal bars aren't as important for traps. But it's just, for me, too far away from the 20 MA. That's the main thing. Plus, we could not close below. Right, we could not make a new close. We couldn't close below this pivot low. We went below it, but we could not close below it, which makes a difference in my opinion. Essentially, for me, saying that it's a failed breakdown and potential double bottom instead. Right, so when we break down, like when we have a spike down like this, and it closes above actually this pivot, for me, I'm thinking, okay, that's probably a failed breakdown and potential double bottom instead, right? We have a double bottom here instead, and so potentially go back up. Perfect scalp made, regardless. You might have been able to scalp out right there. With a retracement, you're actually absolutely able to scalp out with a retracement, one tick retracement. But that's, for me, a little scary to enter. You know, you're looking for maybe a higher low setup or trap trade to the upside. This is a potential trap trade though, and traders took it as a trap, as you can see how it bursted down like that. Traders took this as a trap, that perfect scalp. Because there are some trap traders here. Potential higher, lower high setup here. This is a very strong bear leg here. Let me see other time frames. Right, the 20 MA is still acting as support on the 10K chart. 240 SMA acting as support on the 5-minute chart. Big wicks below here. This is a higher low setup. I kind of like this higher low setup. Well, now it's a two-legged pullback. I like to see the reaction here. Two-legged pullback here. If you're thinking this is a downtrend now, let's see how good the signal bar is. If it's too far down, I don't like it actually. If it's too big of a red bar, I actually don't like that. It's a perfect hit off the 20 MA. Pandas, do I want to stay above 20K today? Do I want to guarantee my break above 20K on the stream? I could just stay away from trades right now. This is a little choppy in my opinion, a little tricky, right? I do recognize the fact that we had a failed breakdown to potential double bottom here, but that higher low setup fails miserably. Right? Only one tick. Simple two-legged pullback right now, but this bar is too big for me. Right? I don't actually like it looking like this. I don't want it to look like that. The main reason being, even though it's a very bearish bar, it's a completely overlapping bar to the previous bar. And so even though this looks very bearish, in my opinion, it's more indicative of a trading range, because we just have Imagine on a smaller time frame, this is a trading range, right? Up, down, and right back, you know, kind of going back up. And so this is why I'm a little hesitant to go short here. Even though we have a strong bear bar, it doesn't matter because it's completely overlapping the previous bar. So it's a little tricky, right? This is what we call choppiness, essentially. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars in a row, kind of choppy around, but tricky. That's tricky. I probably will take a long trade here, pandas. Actually, we're below the 20 MA, but if this trap fails and then goes long, I actually might be more interested in that. To take the trap long, thinking that we're now in a trading range. If we can't make a proper swing off this next low here. So look at trading range, right? Up, down, back, up, and within this one bar, it's a trading range. The probabilities increase, right, to go lower, right, because now we have this move up and down again. Bottom of trading range, currently acting as support. Potential trap trade to go long because trading range price action here, choppiness. So being careful here. Maybe looking to go long here. On this trap now to go long. Clearly below the 20 EMA on the 10K or 2K chart, 10K chart, we're above the 20 EMA. Am I interested in going long here though, pandas? I mean, we're below the 20 EMA. If we're above the 20 EMA, I actually would like this long here. Kind of like here, I like this short here, this fail second because we're below the 20 EMA, right? But here, the character is different than here because we're below the 20 EMA and we actually want to be above the 20 EMA when it comes to traps like this. So it's a little tricky. It's tricky. It's not something I can just say, okay, this is a high guarantee going to go up. I do not know. It's a much higher guarantee to go up if we're above the 20 EMA trying to go long. Right here, like I said, basically this is the inverse of what's happening here. And I took this one because we're below the 20 EMA. Here, we're below the 20 EMA, we're trying to go short. Here, we're below the 20 EMA, trying to go long. And that's the difference. So, a little scary for me. Complete chop right now. The trap does trigger, but it kind of gets smacked right back down. I almost like this short now. I almost like it, but we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 hits down here. We have a micro triple bottom right here. Almost like this short, but man, this micro triple bottom is tripping me up, and this 20 EMA is tripping me up right now. I just do not have a good setup right now. I don't have good context. Too choppy in my opinion. But failed traps to me, they mean something. So the fact that we failed to break above the 20 EMA 2 times here makes me want to go short. It does make me want to go short here. Strong push down, trading range, potential another strong push down. Very tricky in my opinion. On the 10K chart, clearly an uptrend still. Nothing really to worry about on the 10K chart. 5-minute chart looking choppy. This long looks good now. This long looks very good. This trap looks good. It kind of tricked us because it came back down. But now this trap looks real good. Strong bull bar ending near its high. You had a chance to enter in again here if you wanted to. I'm going to stay away from this. This is too choppy in my opinion. Kellyanne says, I got break even. Let's go, baby. Yep. Tricky. Very tricky price action here. in my opinion, untradeable price action. Too much choppiness here. In my opinion, it looks like it wants to go down. I mean, that's what it looks like, right? This wedge top reversal pattern here. It's just this right now is too disgusting, and it's untradeable in my opinion. Terrible signal bar if you're to go short here. Terrible signal bar to go short. This is the kind of the point right here where we're gonna see. Are we gonna bounce off this? Nope, we're breaking below it now. Jeez, cannot close below. 10K chart. I almost want to just stick to the 10K chart at this moment and trade a 10K chart because the 2K chart is so choppy. I just want to see a nice two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. You know, when it's this choppy and hard to tell, I like to switch to the higher time frames because all this noise, it's just like 1 or 2 bars on the 10K chart, and it doesn't really mean much on the 10K chart. Actually, if you think about it, this made a outside bar reversal, so you do have a two-legged pullback here. You do have a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Potential two-legged pullback on the 10K chart, actually. The reason I'm saying that is because you can see with this one here, this actually broke above here and then came back down and then might come back up. So on an outside bar reversal, this is actually could be potentially a two-legged pullback. Man, look at this, just complete choppiness. Too hard to trade this. I'm sitting on my pause until this is resolved. Today's Friday 13th, I didn't even realize that. Hey guys, remember to hit that like button. By the way, guys who are just rolling in, I'm Bob by Money, and I trade the single greatest, most liquidable market in the entire universe, the S&P futures, the E-mini. And I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. If you'd like to know more information about the setup I like to trade, you can check out the playlist in my description below. It goes into details of two-legged pullback, but essentially, a setup that looks like this. 2 pushes down, 2 pushes up. In the right context, it's greater than 90% probability to make a scalp. Right now, the context is pure choppiness, and so we have to stay away from this. This is too choppy. And notice that I noticed the choppiness basically starting from over here. And that made me hesitant to go even into this trap here. That made me hesitant to go into this short here. And that's why the information is good, right? The way we can anticipate this choppiness with just a couple bars. This trap here is actually probably maybe the most decent setup so far to go long, but still too choppy for me. That's crazy. This one bar had basically 3 reversals in it on the 10K chart. 3 reversals in this one bar, but you know, we're just gonna count that as one bar. But internally, what had happened is this went like this, and it broke above. It broke above, broke below, and now broke above again. So within this one bar, we had 3 reversals. 1 reversal, 2 reversals, and another reversal. 3 reversals all in one bar. Absolutely incredible on the 10K chart. That's how choppy we are right now. This trap actually makes a point, finally, some sort of movement here. We have a wedge here, small wedge, 3 pushes up. Al Brooks will call this a wedge. 1, 2, 3 pushes up. Let's go, baby. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, for those who are wondering what all these numbers are, this is a indicator that automatically counts legs for us and also identifies second entries. With every dark red or dark green number, you can see all the second entries. So you can see here, top here, dark red numbers near the top of the wedge. You know, good for our scalp to the downside. Not only that, probably a swing. right to the bottom of this trading range, dark green numbers, all able to make a scalp here. And so if you look to the right of the chart, you can see that the indicator also lets you know the next candle or the next reversal, if it'll be a second entry or not. And right now it's a gray diamond, so it means that this next entry will be a first entry. So we're not interested in first entries, we're interested in second entries. Coming back to the top of the trading range, absolutely incredible. Notice, pandas, how the 2K chart created this trading range. The trading range indicator is just spot on right now. Right, comes up here, comes down here, come back up here. This is why the choppiness is very, very difficult to trade, because you're wondering, hey, is this going to be this reversal here? Is this going to be right a reversal or trading range? And that's the million-dollar question. And now we can see clearly trading range. But the trading range indicator had identified its trading range way back here with these 3 candles. And notice where it hits the top of the trading range indicator and bounces off of it. Just marks it perfectly. So the trading range indicator, also two-legged pullback indicator, all on the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. There's a free trial of the two-legged pullback indicator. A lot of people are asking free trial for the trading range indicator. There's no free trial yet, but that might be something I might do. I am actually thinking about making some content for you guys. I do want to make content on major trend reversals just because I think they're so important. And so I think I'm going to try to make some content soon. It's been a while since I made some educational content, so I think I might do that. I don't know, maybe this weekend or next weekend. Let's see. But I do want to make that content because it's something I refer to often, and I would like to have a video referencing it very clearly on all the things I look for major trend reversal. So. Hits the top of the trading range, comes right back off and bounces off and makes a point. You could have scalped out if you just had a limit order right there. You could have scalped out $50 per contract. Not something I would do, but saying that could have happened. Pandas, wouldn't it be crazy if not only did it hit my 20K mark, but if I also hit my 400 like mark all in one stream? So I'll have to do double whiskey. A double whiskey challenge. J Bob says, I bought the indicator 2 days ago. Oh, I'm worried. He had a long pause. What is he gonna say? What are you gonna say, man? Come on, be nice. Be nice to me. Now, honestly, I think the reviews. If you go to the website, you can see actual reviews of the indicator, and it's the reviews are stellar. Most people who know how to use it and understand the two-leg pullback, I think enjoy the indicator. I mean, to me, I always explain it. It's a tool, right? Both of these things are tools, right? The trading range indicator is a tool. The two-leg pullback indicator is a tool. And if people get angry saying that oh, this doesn't work, it's like saying a hammer doesn't work. When I held a hammer, the house wasn't being built, and it's just kind of silly in my opinion. Like the tool's only as reliable and beneficial as the wielder of the tool. So that's how I like to describe it. John says, "Hey Panda, I want to start. Let me go over some comments here, since we obviously missed this trade here, but in my opinion, there's no trade to miss. It's just impossible to have known this would happen. Here you had basically a trap here, also a trap here, and this trap a little bit more reliable just because it's above the 20 EMA now. You see that, pandas, right? This trap below the 20 EMA, this trap above the 20 EMA. So a little more reliable to take that one than this one. But let me go over some." Alright, Kellyanne says, yes, describing her trade here. Most of you guys says, Ryan says, don't give it back. LL, this action is terrible today. It is terrible. Killian says, yes, I don't like this at all. I think we were in this choppiness when you guys were saying this. What marketplace is this? This is S&P Futures. Adiv says, play the short-term trend lines. HCal says, ditto Kelly. Trading range is key. Fabio Martin says, how do you trade inside bars? That's preference, you know. I like inside bars. If it's a good inside bar, I'll take it. Killian says, I think this is going to be a loser. Win Peter says, man, today is ugly. Oh, I think she took this trade here. Maybe that's what she was referring to. Or, I'm not sure. Richard Harris looks like he was able to scalp. Not sure what the trade was. Someone says, remember, it's Friday the 13th. Ryan Shanner says, I got robbed this morning, not blaming Friday the 13th. I got robbed this morning, blaming Friday the 13th, not my poor trading, LMAO. Yeah, John says, hey Panda, I want to start trading futures. So the thing about futures, they're contracts and they expire. But the thing is, we roll over our contracts. But basically, like what futures are is like saying, hey, at this future date, at any time, you know, I want to buy the S&P futures at this price. And so, yeah, so they expire. But simply you roll them over, maybe like a week or two before expiration, and you know, just get to the next contract. Fucking one says, do you read the Bible? Yes, I do. I do read the Bible. I am a Christian, and I'm unashamedly Christian here. Martazo Muchala asks, can you make some content on failures? It's very confusing. That first trade was not in an uptrend, but you trade counter trend. Can help to explain. Yeah, I do have some things in my playlist. You can see I do have a playlist describing traps. So. Jack Beyonce has made 20K this week alone. Let's go, baby. Jack Beyonce, man. See, this guy, he's probably, you know, you have to be a full-time trader. You must have a huge, huge capital here. Much more than me. But Jack Beyonce says he trades with 20 contracts. I think Mac also trades with 20 contracts. So that means every successful scalp is, I believe, what, $750? And if you have 5 runners, $250 to run. For me to trade 20 contracts, I would need like, I think 100K bankroll. You know, basically every 5K I'm increasing one contract. So yeah, I would need probably about 20 times. Yeah, so I would need 100K bankroll to be able to trade 20 contracts and still feel okay. Just waiting here. Again, trading range indicator, just marking the trading range so perfectly. Like I get shocked at how accurate this thing is. It marked the trading range it marked the trading range perfectly here. You know, couldn't even close above it, just hits it. Closes below it, but breaks above it, but it doesn't close above it. In fact, this one closes right on it. This one closes right on it. This one opens right on it. Trading range indicator, I'm telling you, it's. When it's on, it is on. So right now it is on. But no trades, nothing actionable here. The two-legged pullback. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. Looks like I'm gonna stay clearly above 20K because I don't know if I'm gonna enter another trade anytime soon. We could have a potential lower high setup here. Notice on the 10K chart, we cannot close below the 20 MA. Still above it. Coming right back to the bottom of the trading range. Just watching. Got nothing actionable here. Just waiting for a two-legged pullback. Big bull bar, but overlapping this bar doesn't mean much to me. Plus, no entry. First entry here. It does a first entry because it's a green diamond here. A. Davis says it's a higher low. It is a higher low, but notice it hit top of the trading range, and now it's making a higher low. So typically, you want the higher lows when you're at the bottom trading range. But if you hit the top of the trading range, destination, you're thinking bottom of the trading range. So you're actually looking for a lower high setup now, which is what we have here. But this lower high setup is happening pretty much near the bottom third of the trading range. You typically want to take these lower high setups at the top third of the trading range. All right, imagine I have broken this trading range to thirds here. This lower high setup happened closer to the top, I'll be more interested. But because it's like in the middle third or to the middle to bottom third, it's kind of silly to go short because you're kind of near the bottom of the trading range. Clearly trading range price action though. Just waiting. Nothing much to see here, pandas. How are you guys doing? What are you guys doing this weekend? Jack Beyond, you should start your own live channel. Yeah, I would like to see that. Let's go, baby. Think about So like for instance, like trades by Matt, Jay Davis, $5 super chat. Let's go, baby. Jay Davis, I do appreciate the super chat. Says, how's it going? Hey Jay Davis, you know you can Jay Davis, you can become a if you could become a panda for $5 a month, and that helps me just as much. And plus you get perks. You get to become a panda. You get to have the emoticons. You can have the green name. You can have also the two-legged pullback badge. As you can see, these pandas here who have the two-legged pullback badge, it forms over time, and so you can see a lot of them have the entire two-legged pullback form now. And they're actually the next badge will be the second entry, and so we're waiting for the second entry on a lot of these pandas to happen. Jack Beyond says, don't want to expose my sauce. I respect that. I respect that. But that's why, you know, some people are different, right? Some people want to share, some people don't. Some people like to keep it for themselves, especially if they figure out like maybe they have some sort of edge, some sort of secret edge. You know, in my opinion, this is no secret. This has been around. The reason why I know two-legged pullbacks will work is because everyone knows about the two-legged pullback, and it's been around basically ever since the beginning of trading, and it will continue to be around because it's part of our human nature. It's part of our DNA. Two-legged pullback will always be here, and so this is why I don't mind sharing the strategy. Plus, it's not my strategy. You know, I can't claim I own this strategy. I can claim I own the two-legged pullback indicator, but I cannot claim I own the strategy. No one can claim the strategy, right? No one can own the two-legged pullback. There's no single person that can do that. But oh, Jay Bavis just became a panda. Jay Bavis. My panda. This guy. Hey, Jay Bavis, do appreciate it. Thanks for becoming a panda. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. This is a low or high setup here, but too low here for me to take. Enjoy your green name. Enjoy your panda emoticons. Enjoy priority responding to your questions and comments. Hey, pandas, show Jay Bavis some love here. Let's go, baby. Do appreciate it. This helps with my donations to my morning coffee. Williams asked, what do we do with the light green number? The light green number just simply shows us that it's a first entry. And so on the next reversal after the green number is when we start to look for the second entry. So the green number just helps us with the count. Just identifies the first entry. Fabio Martin says, was it Al Brooks that invented the legs concept? Nope, it's not Al Brooks. Someone before him. Believe it or not, Al Brooks had learned from someone before him. I mean, he kind of systematized, price action, but he learned from people before him, and he also, he has some books that I believe he recommends as well. So, but Al Brooks alone, his system, his trading style is just like, if you want comprehensive, this is how I like to compare. Mac from Price Action Trading System also has a two-legged pullback system. He is like, imagine you're trying to learn a language. He will teach you a couple phrases that will get you by. Al Brooks will teach you not only the couple phrases, but he'll teach you the grammar. He will teach you how to conjugate. He will teach you all the tenses. He will teach you all of the basically the ins and outs of the language itself, and he will basically make you a fluent understander of price action. Mac, he will teach you a couple phrases, and that's, which one's better? Well, it depends, right? Like, some people like that. Some people just want to learn a couple phrases and stick with that. I personally like to be more comprehensive and understand what's happening behind, every single bar. And so, for me, I think it only enriches and enhances your trading, in my opinion. But there is a huge learning curve, and so, that's a downfall about Al Brooks. You gotta spend a lot of time learning. We do have a two-legged pullback here, pandas, but it's right in the middle of the trading range. Very difficult, in my opinion. Know what's happening here. I mean, we had this like block of choppiness here. Failed breakout. That's crazy. It comes right to the top of the trading range. Amazing. Al Brooks, I recommend him. Two people I recommend: Mac from Price Action Trading, and also Al Brooks. I'll say begin with Mac because his system is much more simpler. Do have a two-legged pullback here, but again, super choppy middle of the trading range. If we're like in a strong uptrend, I'll say, yeah, this is probably an easy two-legged pullback to take. But we're not. We're choppy. The 10K chart clearly above the 20 MA, but it just looks like we're in a just big choppy day today. Unfortunately. Yeah, so Fabio, Al Brooks has like an online trading course, and it's like, I'm talking about, it's like graduate level master's class. Like you want to get your master's. That's the amount of content there is for Al Brooks. And so I would highly recommend his courses over his books, to be honest. His online course. But Jay Bavis, man, he is the panda right now. Let's go, baby. Come back to the bottom trading range, pandas. What a surprise. What a surprise. Come right back down. Top of the trading range, the bottom trading range. This is just so choppy, so slow. It's like so painful because the 10K chart, you know, has not even made a two-legged pullback. The only two-legged pullback it made so far was right here, but has not even made a single two-legged pullback yet. But if it does reverse, it'll make a two-legged pullback long, second entry long. The 5-minute actually has the second entry long on the bottom trading range. Could be interesting here. Could be maybe worth taking right here, but we shall see. Big bear bar, big bull bar, big bear bar reversal with some follow through, right? Small pullback, follow through. So showing us a little strength from the bears here. It wants the bottom of the trading range again, and it wants to bounce off of it. I'm not going long here because we want to hit the bottom of the trading range if we're going to go long. No setup yet. But pandas, hey, today, man, we hit that 20K, and I love it. I love it, I love it. Hitting that 20K. I'm glad I got to do it with you guys too. Actually makes me so happy. Oh, should we go long here? If we hit the bottom of the trading range, I'll be interested, but like I typically say, I would like to have a failed breakdown. A simple tap of the bottom trading range sometimes is not enough for me. The 5-minute creating a two-legged pullback on itself. The 5-minute also produced a trading range, as you can see. Right, it's a different trading range than the 2K chart. but it's a trading range it created. A huge two-legged pullback, essentially. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. So typically the strategy here, pandas, is actually you're playing to scale in, right? The chances of your probability of being so high is, you know, when you scale in, is worth it, right? Worth the risk. And so what I mean by that is, if we're down here and we're seeing price action trading that looks like a trading range, and we go long, right? Let's say like off a touch here, or maybe a failed breakdown, or maybe a higher low setup, we go long, and we see there's another push down, and we actually have, you know, because of the trading range, we actually want to scale in and go in once again at a lower price. And so you have to adjust. You do have to adjust your, you know, the amount of contracts you use if you're planning to scale in, right? Say if you typically trade 4 contracts, then you want to break it in half because you're already planning to scale in. So you want to do 2 contracts and 2 contracts again. And so, you know, if I am going to trade this trading range, typically what you try to do is you actually try to scale in. Like, that's actually a time you want to scale in, because you're seeing this trading range and the chances of having a failed breakdown are so high that you know, scaling in. And the thing is, you're doubling your risk though. So, or you're not really doubling your risk because you are cutting your contract sizes in half. You should if you're planning to scale in, but the idea is that you're willing to have a bigger stop loss. Let's just say that. I hope that makes sense, right? You know, because if you're in a trading range and you're like in the bottom trading range and you're thinking, I might have missed the bottom, I might not have gotten there, but I'm thinking this is gonna come back in because it's trading range day, and so I'm gonna scale in a little bit further down. Jack Beyond says, this week was a blessing for me. Had 4 green days and 1 red day. Man, that is, I mean, I bet you your trading style is very different, because it sounds like Jack Beyond does more swing trading, where you can have actually like some losses, and it's like, whew, you know, your losses could be big, but the thing is, when you win bigger. The thing about scalping is you have to have super high consistency. You have to be about 90% to be pretty profitable. Yeah, I like Thomas Wade. So Calvary Trader says check out Thomas Wade. Thomas Wade, he's also pretty good. He has a slightly different style because he actually swing trades with the two-legged pullback. But when I say swing, he doesn't really swing. He does like maybe 2-point scalps. But Thomas Wade, he's also, I recommend watching his stuff. He has content. I love anyone putting free content out there for traders and for this community. I really love the fact that these people do this for free, right? And yeah, so check out Thomas Wade, check out any of these people who do two-legged pullbacks. You know, if someone else does live streams, you know, I'll recommend check them out. You know, if his content's better than this content, then go to his content. You know, I could care less. I love this community, but hey, whatever helps the community, that's what I want. I'm very community-centric. I'm very altruistic when it comes to trading. I think for me, it doesn't matter if you guys follow me or not, just because I don't need, I don't really need the viewers in terms of like my personal, don't get me wrong, I love the viewers, I love the community, but I don't need it, you know, for some sort of, you know, livability. I have a full-time job. I have many ways I make income, and so, you know, I just love to have the community. Just waiting. I mean, if you're this close to the bottom trading range, you're expecting to hit the bottom of the trading range, so no reason to go long there for me. The 5-minute actually does trigger a terrible signal bar at the bottom trading range. It does trigger the second entry short, or second entry long, sorry. The 10K about to make a second entry long at the top of the trading range. Very tricky. I don't like to go long at the top of trading ranges, but 10K chart typically has nice, you know, probability to make A, B, C. Unfortunately, it's the top of the trading range, so I don't like that. Also, you do have for the bulls, clearly above the 20 MA. So this could have high potential to make a point here. Try 150 says, yes, asks, do you take Al and Mac courses? I did. Just chilling here, pandas. Not much to trade. Very difficult to trade that, in my opinion. That's something I'm interested in, at least. Lower high here, interesting. Oh, if it does reverse, it'd be a lower high. Yeah, honestly, I like two-leg pullbacks on the 10K chart, but man, this is a little too choppy for me to go long here. Richard Belmont says, could you recommend any other trader besides Thomas or Mac? I mean, you also have price action trading system. He does daily chart reviews. Souls, he also did it. Souls was, I'm pretty sure he traded pure sim because he was trading like 50 contracts or something. It was crazy. I just don't think he was actually trading real. But that doesn't matter, right? Because he was still putting content up and you could still learn. So it doesn't really matter. By the way, pandas, I did want to hit after 20K. I did want to start a new journey with you guys. And I'm going to end right here. I'm probably starting a new journey maybe next week. And the big reason being is because so many, not so many people, but let's just say there are people who want to see trades happen only on stream, and they want to be able to track stream trades. The only problem is with that is I have to make another live account. Well, I guess this is the dilemma. I'll have to make another live account, and apparently to do so is actually kind of difficult to do with NinjaTrader. And so we actually have a lower high here, pandas. Very interesting. And so the dilemma is, if I were to do a 5K, or if I were to do another journey, or just like a stream, I could start with 20K, doesn't matter. But if I were to start another journey where I only track my stream trades, I most likely have to do a sim account. And I mean, the trades will be the same, everything will be the same. It'll just be a sim account. So let me know in the chat. Hey, give me a 1 in the chat if you would like me to have another stream where I trade sim, but I only keep that for the live streams. Or give me a 2 in the chat if you want me to just continue what I'm doing and just grow this account. Just grow this account to as high as I can. Written life, appreciate it. Alright, seems like it's pretty straightforward. You guys just want to continue. You guys don't want like a... Alright, let's go, baby. Hey, next goal. Next goal, baby. 40K, baby. Let's go. Let's 2x this account again, pandas. Hey, you know what, pandas? That means we gotta up our contract sizes. We gotta up our contract sizes. Let's go, baby. Ooh, it's higher low setup here. It They're interesting. Still in the middle of the trading range. Kind of difficult for me. Alright, pandas. Hey, today we made something monumental. And I think Bill Jessel, he really cares for Mrs. Panda. Yeah, I mean, I think sooner or later, I don't know. I do want to, I guess, when would I liquidate this account? Like, sooner or later, I'm going to have to take some money out. Well, we can think about that another time. Pandas, it's been amazing. I'll see you guys on Monday. I think what I'm gonna do now is that first like 15 minutes, I'm gonna have a members only stream, and I'm gonna do the daily chart review and pre-market analysis. And from there, I think I'm gonna just open up to everyone. But I want to give a little something to the members here, and I'm gonna add that pre-market analysis and the daily chart review, like the previous day's review. I think I'm gonna do that with you guys. I'm not sure how consistent I can be with that because obviously I have work, and so. Also, by the way, pandas, sorry, but I most likely will. I'm gonna go on a small vacation. I know I just came back and started to be consistent again, but life is life. And I'll take a small break, and I'll be coming back Wednesday. So next stream will be on Wednesday, and yeah. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday next week, and I do appreciate it. Killian says, take half and go back to 2K. She wants me to lose a bunch of money. I think she wants me to donate to her. Richard Harris, give me my money back. I mean, you have some red days, you have some green days. Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. We're going to end here. I'll see you guys Wednesday, remember? See you guys Wednesday. I'll put up a scheduled stream here, but Wednesday's the day, and I'll see you guys then. And hey, trade safe, pandas, right? Stay away from chop. Stick to the plan, and as always, happy trading. God bless. Check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Download the free trial if you want to check out the two-legged pullback indicator. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a banger weekend, everyone. God bless. God bless.